Hi there, thank you so much for joining me today. This video is a declutter. I am so excited. I have been itching to go into my collection and get rid of some stuff so that I can only bring the best of the best with me into the new year. I am going to keep it separated into categories. I'm just going to start with whatever is closest to me, and right now that is bronzer, so let me pull these out. The first product I know I'm going to get rid of is this Body Shop bronzer. It's in the shade 01. It's their honey bronzer, I believe. I'm not even sure if they make this anymore. And if you can see, it has a really pretty honeycomb type of design to it. And I used this for about a week straight, maybe a week and a half. And I realized that it's not very dark. It's not dark enough to actually show up on my skin very well. And it's just okay. Like, the formula is just alright. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. Another bronzer I think I'm going to get rid of is this one by Tarte. It's the Park Avenue Princess Amazonian Clay Matte Waterproof Bronzer. And this one I think is just a little bit too dark for my skin. Let me show you the difference between this and the Body Shop one. So this one up top is the Body Shop one, and this one underneath is the one from Tarte. And I honestly just don't think either of these shades work for me. The Body Shop one takes too long to build up, and the Tarte Park Avenue Princess one is just a little bit too dark. A bronzer I'm definitely keeping is this one by Marc Jacobs. It is the 102 Tantric Omega Bronze, and I have used this quite a few times. I've been using it pretty much all this past month, and you can still see the lines in the product. It's really a bronzer that's going to take me a long time to finish up, but I do really love this shade on me. I think it's a beautiful shade. It's a beautiful formula. Now for this bronzer here from Pure Cosmetics. This is the Glow Together Gradient Matte Shimmer Bronzer. This was a limited edition product, and I don't think you can get it anymore. And if you can see, it's got little lines of different shades. This bottom half here is a little bit more shimmery, and this top half is a little bit more matte. When you mix it all together, it gives you a really nice sheen, a really nice healthy sheen. I do like this bronzer a lot. It's not something that I talk about a lot on my channel because it's not something that is easily accessible, but I still think it's really pretty, and I think I'm going to keep it and use it, just not on my channel. I should probably swatch these, huh? So the swatch of all of them together from the Pure Cosmetics one looks like that, and the Omega bronzer looks like that. I know it looks really orange on my hand. It looks very warm, but it actually comes off a lot more natural looking on the skin. Another one I'm going to keep is this one from Laura Geller. It's the Beach Matte Baked Hydrating Bronzer in the shade Sunrise Fair. I've actually hit pan on this one. I think this is a really pretty bronzer. It's one I don't hear about a lot, but I do think it has at least 4 different shade options, and I think it's a really pretty bronzer. I'm gonna hold on to it. Another one I'm definitely keeping is this one by Physicians Formula. It's the Butter Bronzer in just the bronzer shade, which I think is the darker of the 2 shades. They actually might have more shade options available now. I think they might have recently expanded, and I think this is really pretty. I like that it smells very tropical-y, like coconuts. It's a very subtle bronzer, one that definitely can be built up, but still not as hard to build up as the Body Shop one. That's what it looks like right there. I do really like this bronzer, and I'm going to keep it. This one is a duo from Wet n Wild. It's the Contouring Palette Contour in the shade Dulce de Leche, and I've hit pan on both shades. These are really pretty powders, and they're very soft and pigmented and blendable, and they're just really pretty, and I like both of them, so I'm going to hold on to this one as well. This one from Too Faced, this is the Chocolate Soleil. It's the medium deep matte bronzer, and this one is darker than the milk chocolate one. I used up that entire bronzer this past year, and I really do like the formula. I don't think you can get this one anymore. This one I don't think I've even used once. I think I've swatched it and then I never used it. It seems a little dark to me, but I'm not entirely sure. I do like the undertone. It's got a neutral undertone, which I think is really nice. And I think as long as I'm careful, I won't over apply it, or it won't be too dark for my skin. So I'm going to hold on to it, but I might declutter it maybe later on next year once I've given it a little bit more time to be used. This little guy here is the Sculpting Powder by Kevyn Aucoin in the shade Light. It's a really pretty product. I just don't ever reach for it. I just don't really contour on a regular basis. I don't really feel like I need to contour on a regular basis for my face shape, but it's really not something I've played around with very often. And even though I don't use this, I do want to make a better effort to use it, and so I think I might put it in a project pan next year sometime, and just give it some more time, really give it a shot and see if it's something that I want to keep. I did pay a lot of money for it, and I always hear such good things about it. I don't really have anything to say about the quality of the product because I just haven't used it enough to give in a thorough review. So I'm going to hold on to it and really make a better effort to use it next year. This next product here is by Charlotte Tilbury. It is the Film Star Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight in the shade Fair Medium. And I pulled this out for a makeup basket a couple months ago, and I really do love this. I love both the highlight and the bronzer. I think they're a really nice formula. I think the undertone is really nice. I think this is a really pretty product, and I do want to hold on to it and eventually use it up. This next one here from Physicians Formula, I've hit pan on it and I do like this bronzer. I think I'm going to keep it, but I don't really think it's anything super special. It's not something that I think you need to run out and grab. It's just a good run-of-the-mill bronzer, and I have already hit pan on it, and I think I'm just going to use it up and then move on and probably not repurchase. And this very last product is a bronzing powder from Bobbi Brown. It's in the shade Golden Light 1. And I have already hit pan on it. It was in a project pan, I believe earlier this year, and I did hit pan on it, but I don't really love it. I don't think the color of it is perfect for my undertone. I don't know what it is about it, but it's just okay. And I think I'm going to get rid of this. I think I'm going to declutter it. I don't love it enough to finish it, and so I'm going to pass it on. So these bronzers right here are the ones I'm keeping, and these ones are the ones I'm getting rid of. Even though I'm only getting rid of 3 bronzers, I am decluttering a quarter of all of my bronzers, which I think is pretty good. And these 3 bronzers are not ones that I enjoy using or reach for very often, so I do like the idea of passing these on to someone who will get more use out of them.